Haribol. Greetings, everyone, from a very pleasant holiday in Brazil. So anyway, I was thinking about Krishna, this transcendental person, transcendental cowherd boy. And I think I first heard about Krishna when I was on a exchange program called American Field Service. I went to the United States and I was living in Sacramento, but I went to a performance of a musical called Hair in San Francisco. And I think that's the first time that I heard the Hare Krishna mantra. And then later, back in South Africa in Johannesburg, I met a devotee on the street. So, yeah, in this way, Krishna comes to us. I was just thinking, his name is Krishna, meaning the all-attractive. So we hear that he's the most attractive person. So of course we meet so many persons in our lifetimes, but we are told, we hear that Sri Krishna is the most attractive person. Of course, we see many persons that are attractive. They have different qualities that are attractive, that attract us. But Sri Krishna is called Bhagavan. Bhagavan, what does that mean? It means he who possesses all opulences. So in other words, he possesses all transcendental attractive qualities. In the Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Srila Rupa Goswami, the 64 transcendental qualities of Krishna are listed. So Krishna, this transcendental supreme divine person, he's Bhagavan, so he possesses all attractive qualities, wealth, strength, knowledge, beauty, renunciation. Have I left one out? Wealth, strength, knowledge, beauty, and then renunciation. So he possesses those qualities unlimitedly. We meet, we know, we have experience of persons that have some degree of those qualities. Somebody may be very wealthy, somebody be very beautiful, power, and so forth. But Sri Krishna has those transcendental qualities unlimitedly. So he's the most attractive person. And then, of course, there's just like his flute playing steals the hearts of all living beings. We hear this from our acharyas. So in so many different ways, Krishna attracts us. And the other thing is, of course, that we are human beings. We have need for relationship. And of course, that we want loving relationships. We don't want troublesome relationships. We want loving relationships. And Krishna is a person, so we have a relationship with him. Sambandha, we have a relationship with him. And we hear that relationship is actually the most fulfilling, completely fulfilling, satisfying. So we all have experience of relationships in this world, but they are not perfect. They're not perfect. Just like in South Africa, I believe that more than 50% of marriages end up in divorce. So this is just one example of how we want loving, perfect relationships, but they're not perfect. They're imperfect. And of course, even if they're wonderful and full of sweetness and no trouble, unfortunately, death will come and end that relationship, and that will, of course, bring great sadness, great feelings of separation. So in this way, we are faced with this situation that, yes, we want to be in loving relationships, But in this world, that is not possible in a perfect way. But then if we are fortunate, we get to hear about another person, Sri Krishna, this transcendental cowherd boy, plays a flute, wears a peacock feather in his hair, color of a dark blue rain cloud. So we hear that he's very attractive, and he attracts his name, Nam, his form, Rupa, his guna, his qualities, and his lila are all different attractive elements of Krishna. And most of all, the fact is that in a relationship with him, we will find the perfection of love. And of course, that relationship is eternal. That is an eternal relationship. We, the individual souls, are eternal. And Sri Krishna is the transcendental supreme divine person, Satchidananda Vigraha, eternal, full of knowledge, full of bliss. So this is the situation that yes, now we've heard about a person called Krishna, and that we have a eternal loving relationship with him. And Sri Guru comes to help us wake up that relationship. It is described as being dormant. It's there, it's intrinsic, it's natural, just like Prabhupada says that Krishna consciousness is not an artificial imposition on the mind. It's not artificial, it's natural. But it requires some assistance to wake up that relationship. And that divine assistance comes from Sri Guru, the perfect representative, the very compassionate representative of Sri Krishna, who descends to this world simply for that purpose, to wake up the sleeping souls to our loving relationship with Krishna. We unfortunately, and for countless lifetimes, have been averse to Krishna, not interested in Krishna, forgetful completely of Krishna. But that has not helped us. We are still drowning in the ocean of repeated birth and death, despite all our plans to try to find perfect happiness. We are not successful. But now Sri Guru comes and helps us wake up this loving relationship with this person, Sri Krishna. His example is given that in the diseased condition of life, somebody who has jaundice, if you give him nice sweet rock candy, it tastes very bitter to him. Why? Because he's jaundiced, he's sick. But the remedy actually for the jaundice is to continue taking the rock candy. And as he does so, gradually his jaundice is cured, and then he can taste the sweetness of the rock candy. So similarly, we in the conditioned stage, the forgetful stage of Krishna, are in that diseased condition of life where we have no taste, no attraction for Krishna, unfortunately. But gradually, as we surrender more and more to Sri Guru, try to follow his instructions, try to chant the holy names, hear about Krishna, see the wonderful, beautiful form of Krishna, hear about the sweet pastimes of Krishna, gradually that will actually cure us of the jaundiced condition of forgetfulness of Krishna. And gradually then we begin to taste the sweetness. We become attracted to Krishna. And we begin to awaken our relationship with him, the different stages that we hear of course. Ador Shraddha in the beginning is faith. Then we go on practicing the devotional principles, and Anartha Nivritti, the unwanted thoughts and desires are removed. Then we have Nishtha. These are not all the complete stages, but Nishtha is firm faith, unflinching faith in Sri Guru and Gauranga. And so on, Ruchi, the sweetness, taste. So in this way, gradually, we wake up to this loving relationship with Krishna. Prem, of course, is the perfection, this divine love to actually be in love with Krishna. Just like Prabhupada says, he says, try to love Krishna. Try to love Krishna. And he says that this will result in complete fulfillment. we try to love so many people in this world, but there's never perfection. But loving Krishna will bring no disappointment, no dissatisfaction. On the contrary, it will bring total satisfaction. Just like in the Gita, Krishna says, this knowledge brings infinite wisdom and total satisfaction. So this is our good fortune to have found a person with whom we can give our love. We can give our love to this person, Krishna, wholeheartedly, without any reservations, without any doubts. And this is what we want, of course. We want to give our love wholeheartedly. And Krishna is that person, that person. So if we can gradually more and more realize this and help others in this way, then we can solve all the problems of life and find true satisfaction. Of course, we're all seeking happiness, peace. Everybody's making such extensive arrangements to find peace and satisfaction in this world, but they're all frustrated eventually. But if we happily wake up to our loving relationship with Krishna, that relationship of divine service, loving service, in other words, it's selfless. It's selfless service. This is love. Love means I don't calculate what I'm getting back. No, I'm simply so much attracted to Krishna. This is a very wonderful, sweet person, kind person, that I simply want to please him. I want to make him happy in some way. And of course, the way to do that is to please his representative, the wonderful Sri Guru. As Krishna says, somebody says that they are my devotee. They're not my devotee. Actually, if they are the devotee of the devotee of the devotee of my devotee, then they're my devotee. So in this way, we understand that, yes, how do I please Krishna? I please his representative. And then I will feel satisfaction. By pleasing Sri Guru, I can feel satisfaction, a real satisfaction, heartfelt soul satisfaction. And I was just listening to a pop song that happened to hear on the radio the other day. I don't know who it was sung by, but it was singing that I've not yet found what I'm looking for. So people, isn't it? We're chasing after so many schemes and dreams, but they don't bring the satisfaction because they're not on the spiritual platform and they're not in relationship with Sri Krishna. So anyway, those are my small realizations. Of course, I'm just a neophyte on the path. I have no love for Krishna yet, but I'm continuing with the practices of chanting, hearing and chanting and so forth, under the guidance of Sri Guru. And yes, I'm, how can you say, confident in my own way that this is what we're looking for. And that's why I'm trying to share that with everyone, wherever I meet. So wishing everyone deep peace and transcendental bliss on the path of devotion.